Welcome back to another Madtown Hobby video. My name is Keith, and today we've got box 3 of our case break for our local Howard. And if you've been following along, our first box, Home 1, Aggression Millennium Falcon. Box 2 was much better when we hit a foil Vader, but we're still on the hunt for a showcase. So, let's see if box 3 can get us there. Now, let's get the shameless plugs out of the way. Playmat is available at madtownhobby.com if you want to support us. We also have our Star Wars singles available on our Pro Store, so you can go to madtownhobby.com to find the link to get there. They are discounted slightly versus the main marketplace because we want to drive traffic to our site. So, looking forward to seeing you there. All right, let's get this open. We opened 50 boxes for our initial release of the game. We were able to hit 5 different showcases, which was a blast. The still have 2 IG-88s available on the site. Those seem to be a little less popular. All right, starting out with a hyperspace boba. You get your leader, your base, and then you go through your commons. The last common has a chance to be a hyperspace. In this case, it is not. Then you get 3 uncommons. The last uncommon can be... sorry. That was gross. Can be a hyperspace of uncommon and up. So you could have an hyperspace L there. And then you get your rare slot. In this case, we pull a Relentless. And then our foil. And this can be a normal foil or a hyperspace foil of any card. And we've got a I Had No Choice in a hyperspace foil rare. That's probably worth a few bucks. All right. Now that we got all that pack structure out of the way, you'll see the way I typically open these. You see the first 2 cards, check if, showcase, hyperspace, and then shoot to the last common, see if that's a hyperspace. And then to the 3rd uncommon, see what that is. And then check your rare, Electro Staff, and your foil. Foil hyperspace Zeb Aurelios. Man. I wish they had used him a little more in The Mandalorian, but I guess since he's they basically was an entire CGI body when they did have him cameo, that probably was a bit expensive for a TV show. Hyperspace Thrawn. I do think it's fun that they put his made-up Star Wars swear word Carabast in the game. That was a fun little nod. All right, Han Solo, Jedha Agitator. Now I'm filming these all in the same day, so trying to take breaks, get some drinks, get some water, make sure I don't fizzle out over these last few. Try to keep the conversation here lively, because I know for you, days have passed, even though it's been just minutes for me. Vigilance. By the time you watch this video, maybe these boxes are $200 a box, and I really undercharged Howard for this case. Vigilance for our first L. Admiral Ozzel. I won't tell you what he paid, but he got the friends and family discount, so I'm sure he's happy with everything he's pulling today. Wampa hyperspace. 1, 2, 3 uncommons. I Had No Choice. Rallying Cry. I really enjoyed the movie Solo. I liked how Childish Gambino portrayed our rogue there. It was a good one. I would have liked if they could have continued with them as in that role. Del Mico. But it seems everything Star Wars is all television now, so I did enjoy The Mandalorian, Ahsoka. I was a huge fan of Rebels, so Ahsoka was basically like another season of Rebels, but in live action, so that was a good time. You're my only hope. Help me, Obi-Wan Kenobi. You wing reinforcement. It's a good foil. Those are getting up to like $10 now. It's been fun to see the availability of cards has kind of fluctuated, and now things are getting a little more scarce. Now the boxes have gone up and getting hard to find. We're seeing some of these cards really climb. So if you want to finish your play sets, now's the time to do it, unless you want to wait a while for boxes to come back and bring the supply back up so price can go down. Administrator's Tower. Snow Trooper Lieutenant. Agent Callus. 2-1B. Now, spoiler alert, the legendary for Agent Callus, the Change of Heart. It's a cool story moment. It's a fun, flavorful card, but man, nobody wants it. I pulled like 12 of those and they're worth like $5. Ugh. Fleet Lieutenant, hyperspace. Strafing Gunship for our rare. Lothal Insurgent for our foil. Jyn Erso. Rogue One was severely underrated. It seems, if there's Star Wars without Jedi, without lightsabers, it tends to have a very different feel. And man, in the end of Rogue One, when Darth Vader shows up in that hallway, it's like you just forget the rest of the movie because it's just so impactful. Just takes over. But it was a good movie. It was kind of interesting how they connected it to A New Hope like that. Kind of show you how that true prequel feel. Smoke and Cinders for a rare. Greedo for our foil. Force Choked. General Viez. Hyperspace. Palpatine. Rare. Viper Probe. Foil. I don't know. So far, this box is not going to beat box 2. A long way to go, though. Spock of Rebellion. Star Viper foil. Escort Skiff for hyperspace. The Emperor's Legion rare. Chimera rare foil. Homestead Militia for hyperspace. Oh, I missed it. Tarkin's a hyperspace. This one, it's so dark. I missed this a few times in our first opening too. Some of the hyperspaces went into the normals. Hyperspace Zeb. Jeddah City. And a foil hyperspace Liberator Gunship. So, looking ahead, what era do you, the viewer, want to see Star Wars cover? I know everybody always jumps to, like, let's go back. Let's do. Oh, let's see. Get our comments here. Let's go back to the Old Republic. I really liked playing that MMO for a while. That Darth Malgus time period and all that. That was good stuff. Not a lot of people are familiar with that now, though. Regular, rare, rook, surprise, strike. But there's a lot of Star Wars. A lot. They could go into the expanded universe. They could cover quite a bit. And if you're talking... Oh, man. Okay. Time out. Sometimes you get cards that have this kind of damage on them. It's very rare. I've seen it mostly in the commons, the leaders and the bases. And that kind of damage definitely would be terrible on a higher end card, but I haven't really seen it on any of the higher end stuff. It's just like the commons have a little bit of that on some of those. So unfortunate when it happens. But otherwise, the quality of the cards has been really high. It has surprised me, actually, that their first set they were able to do so well. Security Complex. In every aspect except the foils curling like Pringles. Now, yeah. So, just stick with hyperspaces. Don't even bother with foils unless you just have to have them. But good luck trying to have a foiled out deck for the competitive scene. You're going to be subject to some deck checks for sure. Bail Organa, rare. The Force is with me. Foil. It is really unfortunate that foil technology has come a long way. You don't need to do these cheap rainbow foils. Like Lorcana, they did cold foils for their regular foil, and it holds up so much better. Academy Defense Walker Hyperspace. Ah, yes. There we go. Another Vader non-foil. That's a good hit. Foil Yoda. Okay. Box 3 coming along. It could be better. We've got 4 packs left. Let's see what we can squeak out of here. But yeah, other games do foiling so much better. Even the rainbow foils in Flesh and Blood, like they're the same kind of regular cheap rainbow foils, but they don't tend to curl as much. So I don't know. I don't know if it's where the cards get manufactured. I don't know if it's the time of year the cards get created. But man, the pre-release pack, some of the pre-release boxes, they came with a special Luke and Darth Vader that were rainbow foil, and straight out of the box had like a 3mm curl to them. It was very disappointing. Heroic Sacrifice. Regional Sympathizers. Capital City. Okay, Bright Hope. Man, yeah, there's a lot of really good characters in the uncommon slot. U-Wing Reinforcement. That one's some good money now. And a foil General Krell. Last pack. Is this our showcase? Can you feel it? Can you hear it? No. Let's see. Uncommons. Ooh, another L in the last pack. Cunning. Nice. And a hyperspace foil resupply. That's a popular card. All right, pretty good last pack. Yeah. Okay, the winner, obviously, the non-foil Darth Vaders. So far, box 2, still our biggest winner with the L's at least. I know there's a lot of value in the rares as well, so it's kind of hard to gauge without seeing the numbers in front of me how these the EV goes for these, but still a lot of high demand for these cards. So if you can get your hands on some, play the game. There's a lot of commons and uncommons, a lot of budget decks you can do. Get out there and try it, and it's worth it. Thanks for hanging out, and we'll see you next time for box 4. Go ahead and subscribe so you can tag along with us when I post it. All right? Thanks.